Chapter 28. Favorites. Blue. I follow Master 3 steps behind, and there's plenty of slack in the leash. I don't know where he's taking me, but he's very excited. He's told me that he's taking me for a surprise before we go home. Surprises aren't traditionally good, but with the giddiness in Master's step, I can't imagine it's something bad. I don't really have a choice anyway, so I just follow. He's in such a good mood, I don't think that I'm in any danger. We're both in a good mood. The vet was nowhere near as disastrous as the doctor, and I can't help but feel relieved. Since we got back from the doctor, Master has yet to so much as sleep in the same bed with me. Now that he knows I'm clean, I hope that will change. I don't like being alone, no matter how safe it is. It sets me on edge. But I know that this Master, kind and generous as he is, would never take to training me that way. It takes a lot of time and resources to isolation train a pet, and you would need quite a lot of personnel. In any case, he wouldn't have left me with all his things, his books and trinkets, a window, his luxurious bed, if that were his goal. When I next look up, we're in a more crowded area of the city, and I duck my head away from the sight and carefully observe all the shoes as they go past. I need to focus. Master has set me to a task. I need to find something to request. The rewards Master spoke of were not a joke, and he wants me to use one of the rewards tonight. Supposedly, I have 5. 5 rewards that I can use whenever I want. I can invoke one of these and request anything from my Master within reason, and Master will do his best to give it to me. Within reason. I don't even know how to begin decoding that. Nothing about this is reasonable. Master expecting me to ask for things is outside of reason in and of itself. I try to wrap my head around the concept. Many masters have had methods of earning things, extra things if you were good, but those treats were usually decided beforehand. Extra food, blankets, new clothes, in some cases a bigger personal cage. It's not unusual, but no one's ever offered a chance to ask for something. I don't want to mess this up. I don't want Master to think I'm taking advantage of this kindness, but at the same time I know that this is a chance I really can't take for granted. Which brings me back to the original problem. I have no idea what to ask for. Master provides so much food that I don't have to ask for more. I'm actually worried about what he would do if I came to him asking for more. I still haven't managed to finish one of his plates. I sleep in his bed, so I don't need extra blankets or pillows. He's gotten me clothes, and he's promised to take me to the market this weekend for clothes that will fit better. And despite everything the other pets say, I haven't felt safe or at ease in a personal cage since my 5th Master. The closed space doesn't allow me to calm down and stop overthinking things. It just makes me panic. Master hasn't given me any hints as to what he wants me to ask for. I'm on my own for this. We stop at a pretty building with wide pane windows and a stenciled set of letters in reflective gold paint. It seems nice. Inside, there's a few tables and a little counter with someone behind it. Not quite a restaurant. Too casual. Maybe a cafe? Master opens the door and I follow him in. Inside, it smells like sugar and some other earthy smell. There aren't many people in here, and those that are don't raise an eyebrow at seeing me walking in with my Master. I breathe a sigh of relief. We go straight up to the counter, and I can't help the way I stare at the animate gargoyle, who seems to be playing chef. It's mixing a bowl of batter with a set of little baking cups at the ready. The movements are too varied for it to be an automata, but I've never seen someone animate such a complex structure with such fine movements. "How can I help you, sir?" "Oh, stars, that's cute!" The attendant speaks, and it takes me a second to realize I've gotten a little too close to the dividing pane of glass, nearly pressing my nose to the surface. My ears droop and my face heats, but apparently the lady just finds it more adorable. Master does too, if his giggle is anything to go by. And I'd really like to crawl under one of those tables until we're done here. He recovers enough to make his request. Can I grab a box of your raspberry jam cookies? Of course! The lady smiles brightly and picks up a pretty little paper box covering the bottom in parchment. You actually gonna eat them this time? What? Master seems confused, as am I. Calming Drought in Your Pepper and 3 books, a week or so ago, right? You had time to go through 3 books, but not enough to take one little sip of your drink. Look, he sneaks a glance down at her name tag. Symphony, I had a lot on my mind. I'm sorry if I offended you. I just came in for some cookies. No need, I'm just messing with you. Your business is your own. I just happen to be nosy. She hands over the box without any further fuss. And nobody actually calls me Symphony. Simp's just fine. Master tries and fails to make a casual grin at her remark. There's too many teeth. He's nervous. He pays, and we leave almost before she can get another word in, which I believe was my master's intention as he slumps against a wall once we're safely out of view of the shop. Master? Are you all right? I'm fine. It comes out harsh, and I flinch back a bit, but he immediately pulls back his tone. I'm fine. Sorry, Blue, I'm sorry if I scared you. Are you ready to go home? I nod emphatically. As amazing as it was to walk around outside all day, it's been rather draining. Master seems to agree, pulling out a familiar piece of paper from inside his satchel. There's only a light, rolling, nauseous feeling this time, and I easily push it down. I'm stronger than I was when we first warped together. A bolt of pride shoots through me at that. It seems Master has the same thoughts as he settles a steadying hand on my back and gives me a quick once-over to see if I'm about to become violently ill. I give him the best smile I can manage, hoping to distract him from my previous failures. You're sure you're all right? Master's voice is concerned, but not annoyed. He's treating me like spun glass, walking me over to a chair in the kitchen and sitting me down before moving to put water in the kettle. Yes, Master, I'm fine. I don't feel sick. It warms my heart that he's concerned, but I'm not sure how long this kind of reaction will last. I need to get better as soon as possible. Well, that's good. You're probably feeling a little more steady, too, yeah? Stars, I remember the first time I tried to use a warp totem. His eyes are shining, and I haven't seen him smile like that all day. I want to share that memory, whatever's got him so bright-faced. What happened? It's an impudent question. It's not something I need to know, nor do I really have the right to ask, but I want to know. Oh, well. Master lets out a laugh, and I have to fight an ever-growing grin on my face. His smile is infectious. The totem I was trying to use was one of my own. I hadn't made one before and thought I knew what I was doing, so I expected a rush of wind, not a complete molecular rearrangement. So I materialize, and I'm ready to throw up already, but I hadn't quite mastered all of the runes, so I drop from the 2nd floor outside onto my eldest brother's sparring match, which would have been fine, but then I barf all over his friend's shoes. Stars. He wouldn't talk to me for a month after that. Master's dissolved into another fit of giggles, and I can't quite hold back a chuckle of my own. I'm having a hard time reconciling my image of Master with the younger, reckless version of himself. I wonder what happened to make him so careful. Your brother, Master? The giggling stops, and he regards me with wary eyes. Immediately I backpedal. I'm sorry, I didn't know you had family. It sounds so stupid out loud that I want to hit myself for my idiocy. Of course the man has family. He didn't just appear out of the ether fully formed and compassionate enough to take in a pet he shouldn't have. I wonder if his parents are still alive. No need to be sorry. I haven't talked about them in... Stars, Years. I'm sorry to bring up bad memories, or... I'm scrambling to find the proper apology, but he cuts me off again. No, the memories are good. It's just been a while. I have nothing but silence as a response to that. I don't know what I could say, even if I found the words. Master slides the box from the cafe in my direction. This is good. We should have a little talk. I got the cookies for you. You can eat some now, just save room for dinner, okay? I nod along and open the box. Raspberry jam cookies. The sweet berry we both favor. It's his own preference as well, so I shouldn't be this affected that he's remembered how much I like them. But he hasn't made a move to grab one. These are for me. These are a special treat. The cookie is buttery and sweet, falling apart at the slightest insistence of my teeth, and the jam tastes like every day of sunshine required for growing the fruit itself. I offer one to Master. Mouth still full of my own, I have to settle for gesturing wildly for his attention. So, I take it you like them. I blush a wild shade of red and settle for swallowing before I try to speak. Master, they're so good, you have to try one. Aw, that's sweet, Blue, but those are all yours. You handled so much today. I wanted to make sure you got something nice. Master smiles at me, and as much as I want to insist to try one of these amazing cookies, I know he can go out and get some anytime he likes. This is a reward. I shouldn't squander it. Blue, what's your favorite food? The question takes me off guard. I don't know what he wants me to say to that. Hesitantly, I raise the hand that still has the cookie in it. I meant actual food. Though if you like those cookies so much, I suppose I can make some of those as well. I really like everything that you've made so far. It's true, but it's also a stall. I have no idea what he wants me to say. That does wonders for my ego, Blue, but is there something that you liked in particular? I'll make anything you want tonight. My apology for making you miss out on the lunch period. I bite my lip and try to hold in the whine that threatens to slip out. I don't know what he wants from me. I don't know what answer will please him. He showed no preference in the dishes he made for me, so I really don't... Blue, stop that! His voice startles me out of my train of thought, my brain flashing full of warnings that my master is angry at me now. I don't know what I've done in such a small amount of time to make his mood sour. We were having such fun earlier. He even laughed. He pulls both of my wrists away from my body, and I realize, belatedly, that my fingers had twisted underneath my collar. Even the soft leather rubs uncomfortably on the raw patches of skin left in the wake of my nails. Master lifts the collar up and checks the reddened area, tsk-ing before he reaches for the buckle. I let out a pitiful whine when he finishes unlatching the collar and pulls it away. I want to tell him I'm sorry. I want to make it up to him. I want to prove that I deserve it. He's taking my collar away, and as much as I know I shouldn't think of it as mine, I can't help it. I can't help the shame of him knowing I don't deserve it. I wonder if he'll consider letting me have it back as one of the rewards he's promised me. I like the collar, even though I've only had it for a little bit. Hey, we're just gonna leave this off tonight so I can put some cream on you. You'll get it back, okay? I just don't want it rubbing on your neck. Master soothes in a gentle voice, pulling me into his arms. Stars, my mind feels like it's nothing but frayed pieces. The reassurance is simple, but I want to trust it. Some part of me is certain that I can trust him. He'll give it back. He's not abandoning me, or telling me that I'm not good enough to be his. Why do you do this? You did this back at the vet, too. Is it something new? Is it the soap I use for the laundry that's making you itchy? His voice is soft, but worried as he runs a careful finger over the red on my neck. I wish it was something so innocent. Then I could blame it on the soap, and the behavior would fix itself. No, it's... I get nervous, and I don't really notice that I'm doing it a lot of the time. I've never really talked about this with the master before. I don't know how he'll react to my failings. I'm not malfunctioning. I've met pets that are pushed that far, but I'm not there yet. I'm not that bad. Master lets go of my wrists, and I fold my hands in my lap to stop them from shaking. I can't be that bad. Pets that get that bad aren't useful anymore. You were hurting yourself. That's serious, Blue. You have to tell me about stuff like that. I understand what he means. I should have told him in the beginning about all the things that were broken inside me. But there was so much. And he took care of so many of the things that were hurting. I didn't want to bother him with more. I wanted him to believe I was good. But I shouldn't have kept it to myself. I don't have the right to hide this from my master. I won't damage your property anymore. I swear. I say it so quietly that I'm worried he won't hear. No, Blue, I don't... Ugh. He lets out a big huff, and I wonder if he'd hit me for asking for my collar right now. I've made him mad, but I feel unstable without it. Blue, I just don't want you to be hurt, okay? His fingers are slick and cold, and I realize the gentle touching earlier may have been a spell. If you're feeling really nervous and you want to hurt yourself, you have to tell me so I can help. Hell, if you just feel nervous, thirsty, scared, or hungry, I want you to tell me, or find a way to bring it to my attention. Can you do that for me? His voice stays low as he spreads the cream over my neck. His careful motions are soothing, but my mind is elsewhere. He wants me to bother him about my trivial emotional state? I can't imagine anything less deserving of his time. Then again, he told me I deserve a reward for telling him when I was scared. Maybe he just really wants to know. My head hurts, and I just nod. I can do that. I'll tell him what he wants until he gets tired of hearing it. I don't want to be annoying, but it is an order. Good. That's perfect. I feel the praise roll over me like a balm. The words probably don't mean anything to him, but to me, they're priceless. Do me a favor. How about you take my bag upstairs and splash a little water on your face while I start up dinner? I'll make you a special surprise, and we can figure out what your favorite thing is together. How does that sound? That sounds amazing, Master. Thank you for your generosity. I want to say more, but I know that my words will never be enough to convey the magnitude of what I feel. The stairs are getting easier every day. My master's healing is incredible. The bedroom is as I've left it, except for the box at the foot of the bed. I've never seen it before, and master hasn't been up here yet, so it couldn't have been him. It's none too small, but it's easy enough to lift. There's fresh packaging tape wound around the box, and I wonder if master had forgotten it on the way out this morning. There's a richly colored seal at the top before the swirling characters of the writing. It's probably important. I take it back downstairs with me. When I get down to the kitchen, master has a couple of pans warming on the stovetop, and there's a heavenly smell in the air. Master, you have a package. I hold the box up a little higher, trying to catch his attention. What? He sounds incredibly confused, and I understand why. I don't know of any courier service that will deliver inside your house. I found this in the bedroom, I clarify. I don't want him thinking that I've taken to sneaking out the door, or checking that it's locked. He abandons his pans and comes closer to the box. Huh. Who could it be for... Master's eyes widen as he looks over the seal and name on the box. He goes pale, and I wish I knew what to say to help him the way he helps me. I recognize the panic in his eyes. Fear. And then, suddenly, anger. How the hell did he... He rips the box out of my hands, and I just back away. If just this name can make Master so cross, I have no way of knowing that it won't transfer over to me. I settle behind the kitchen island and kneel. Out of sight, out of mind. I hope. I didn't know this would be such a big deal. I didn't know Master would become so angry. Hell, I didn't know he was capable of such anger. He's always been so gentle with me, I figured he simply was incapable of being any other way. There's a loud ripping sound, and I can't help the way I overlay my screaming onto it. He's ripping into the box for now. But what if he's still angry later? It's better to hit something that'll react. That's what Master Elam told me. Oh, thank the stars. Master's talking to himself, but he doesn't sound as angry anymore. In fact, he sounds like all of the anger is drained out of him in a few seconds. That's not how it works. I don't know what's happening, but I'm not brave enough to peek my head out and look. Maybe Master will calm down, and we can just have our little dinner together and everything will be fine. Yeah, right. Blue? His voice startles me. He's standing over me, probably wondering what I'm doing on my knees all the way on the other side of the kitchen. Why don't you go upstairs, and I'll bring you up something to eat. I have to take care of this. Okay? I nod as I scramble away. I'll gladly give him all the time and space to cool down that he wants. The bedroom isn't any different than how I left it, though my mind is. I wonder what it was that triggered Master's anger. Who it was that got such a reaction when all my failings hadn't gotten so much as a slap. I don't know much about my Master, only that he doesn't have servants, likes to cook, works with his hands more than any other master of mine. Though now I suppose I know my Master has at least one older brother. It doesn't sound like much, but it is more than I've known about some. I spend what feels like hours cooking up more and more elaborate situations. Who could have sent my Master that package? What's inside? Master probably won't want to talk about it, so I'll probably never know for sure. It's all I can do to keep my mind from going to a dark place. He's probably working out all of his anger now. There won't be enough left for me. Still, he's been gone a rather long time. I wonder if he's forgotten me for the night. He doesn't have a real reason to come check up on me. He hasn't been sleeping in this room with me for a while. I don't want to be alone again. I practice the new positions I've learned today, trying to ingrain the new stances in my mind. I wipe off the big desk, fluff the pillows, even change into night clothes, but none of the rote, mindless work helps me calm down. I need to be useful, and none of the small things that I'm doing come close to earning my keep. I really only have one skill I've been trained in. I use what time I have left to prepare myself. I need to change our relationship if I want to guarantee a place in my Master's home. I have a clean bill of health, and he doesn't have any other excuse not to use me. I need to stop being a drain on his resources. I need to pull my own weight. I can start by giving him an outlet for his frustration tonight. I can make it good. When Master comes in, I'm ready. He's got a bowl of nice, hearty soup for me and apologies for being late. He promises he'll make better things over the next few days, that we will find my favorites together. I smile and nod along with his words. They're nice, but I have a goal. I know what I need to do. He's quiet while I eat, and I try not to feel awkward. When he takes the bowl from me, he gives my ear a scratch and breaks his self-imposed silence. We've had a long day. Yeah, Blue? Have you given any thought to what reward you want? I smile up at him. I couldn't have planned this better. The bed is soft and inviting, and my night clothes don't quite fit me right. It's no trouble to let the wide neck slide off one shoulder. I let my eyes rise to his chest, and my lips part just a little bit. May I have a kiss?